Hey, what's going on, guys? Cage here again. This time I'm doing something different. I'm going to be showing you a guide of how to beat Ultimate 2. I'm accompanied with my good friend Man Zero. I was just helping him trying to beat his trial to get 75 out of 75 trials completed. This first wave is actually pretty tough. Stuff can go wrong really quickly. Your main goal is to try to get the berets out first, and also a good tip is to keep both you guys on opposite sides of the map. Because if you're all cluttered together, then it's gonna be a big mess. Now here, I just do the steel on bone. If you've seen my Master Ninja guide, you'd know how I said it. It's pretty much square, shuriken, slide, and then hit triangle for steel on bone. I mean, it kills them really quickly. Get rid of the mess really quickly. It's not even worth fighting for real. Doing a zero drop is a waste of time. I mean, it just takes too long. Again, the berets can probably shuriken you out of it. So, I mean, that's just my personal preference. I like to just take care of them quickly. Now, you're going to see probably the highlight of the match, or probably what I would call it. It should be coming up soon, which is doing the steel on bone on a beret, which is probably the greatest feeling in this game. Now, hit this guy. This is a lucky winner. This is probably the best feeling ever. Very risky, especially in this mission, but if you've seen my guide, like I said, I'm all about risk. But yeah, I mean, if you want to use your ultimate technique when you first get it, go for it, because chances are you're probably going to kill enough guys to get another one back. Now, ninpo, depending on wave, it depends on if we're going to use it or not, but wave 1 and 2 mainly are the ways that we usually use ninpo on. But yeah, also make sure if you have an ultimate technique to save it for wave 2, because there are ghosts and alchemists. Yeah, well, wave 1 though it's hard, but it's not too bad though. I mean, this mission isn't too bad once you understand the enemies and stuff, and you've died enough times. I mean, I've spent weeks on this mission, that's why it's actually not that bad. But yeah, I mean, pretty much what you want to do here is try to take out these ghosts, the invisible guys. And what I tend to do is I use shuriken, and obviously that my dodge didn't work there. Do shuriken, throw shuriken to find them. If they're stunned, they put their head down. You can do a wind run, which is the homing jump, and then do a flying swallow. Now here I'm gonna do something pretty interesting. I stun both of them, but I launch the Alchemist. Okay. Also, when you're gonna do a ninpo, you and your partner, and actually me and my partner, we had mic chat here, so it's actually very beneficial to have mic chat, especially for these missions, Ultimate 1 and 2. And I will be linking his video into mine, because we did have live commentary, I guess if you want to call it that, and he has that in his video. I decided to go a little different with just do voiceover instead, just to throw some tips out. But yeah, I mean, ultimate technique, if you want to, you can save it for the next wave. But I think we've counted. I think there's 12 of the ghosts. I don't know about the alchemists, but the alchemists by now, I mean, if you've died enough and you've played the game enough, you should know how to deal with them. It's pretty much triangle to stun. After stun is forward triangle, square, square, triangle. And then if they're powering up like this guy was, you do running, triangle, triangle. And then when they're in the air, hit square and then triangle. But again, the first triangle's got to hit them. Got to hit them while they're powering up in order for them to launch them into a zone drop. Now here, start the wave off. Now I'm actually going to die in a little bit because the game acted stupid like it always does. Now these guys, I tend to just do a wind path, jump over, and then wind run. The idiot, the rocket launcher guy, he just timed it so perfectly. Okay, so what happened there was I was trying to do a wind run, so I can wind path, sorry, to jump over him, and then do a flying swallow afterwards. But when I tried to do that, he ended up coming out with a counter somehow. I have no idea why. But anyway, yeah, take these guys out like you do, and most advised to save your ultimate technique for wave 4, so it carries over, because wave 4 has 12 alchemists and 2 regents. And the alchemists are 3 at a time. You kill one, another one spawns for a total of 12. Now these guys you can do the armored thugs with the orange daggers. You could just do a double flying swallow. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just have them follow you and do running triangle, triangle, square, triangle. It works the same. But anyway, now that this wave is pretty much over, you and your partner should have already decided who's going to do the fighting and who's going to do the dodging or keeping the enemies busy. Don't finish them off, because if you finish them off, the animation takes so long that you will you lose your ultimate technique because the wave will end. Now here, an ultimate technique has 3 swings, right? I only get 1 guy, so that's very useful. So whoever's going to be attacking stays towards the door, and whoever's not going to be killing the alchemist, stays where I am right here. Still don't understand how I ended up doing the fighting because I have less health, but I ended up doing decently and not too bad. Now, and I'm gonna get hit a lot of times here because of the controller not responding and wind run, wind path not working. But here, what your goal is, you try to kill as many of the alchemists as you can, but once you get an ninpo, just fire it at the, make sure you tell your partner, you're gonna fire it at the regents. That will weaken them. And that's less of you to fight them later on once you deal with that, finish the alchemists off. Now stuff does go wrong here. This is obviously not, and obviously would not advise the one dodging like my partner. My partner just haven't wanted to have some fun, just kill a few of them. But I would advise never to attack if you're the dodger, because you do kill them, but you can't obliterate them, because if you obliterate them, the regents, they time their grabs so well that they will grab you instantly and you'll die. And on these missions, you don't get a retry, so if you die, you start all the way from wave 1. Again, try your best to hit both. Obviously, I don't succeed very well, but try your best to hit them all. And if one of these regents gets on you, try to get them back with the one who's actually dodging. Now, I've got a lot of people asking, can you help, or can you do this or that? I mean, I've actually worked a lot on this mission, and the reason I've already beaten it 4 to 5 times, but if you don't put any effort into the game, or you don't put any effort into the mission, you're never gonna beat it. I mean, it's not like Sigma 2 where you can beat Rachel and have someone hold your hand and beat the mission for you. I mean, you need to put your effort into the mission and do your part, because if you don't, I mean, there's videos provided now, so I mean, there's really no excuse. It's more of like practice, understanding the waves, and this is why I did this video, and I wanted to do the commentary for it, because I wanted to show you guys what's needed to be done, how many of this, how many of this. Now here, before I go back to what I was talking about, there, I did a Zuna drop, but there was a region after me, so if I did obliteration, I would have been grabbed, of course. Now here, I'm trying to give him back, my partner, the guy again. That was risky, I shouldn't have done that. I thought he was going to fall a little bit further. Now I mean, it's nearing, that's the last guy. I believe that's the last guy, yeah. And there's you warping again. But anyway, yeah, I mean, you gotta, I mean, I've spent weeks on this mission, and a lot of people, maybe more, if not the same, or worse. I mean, you just gotta learn to, before attempting this mission first, I would advise learn how to fight the Alchemists very well. And then also the berets, the regents, the ghosts. The noobs you don't need to train because they're child's play. Anyone can deal with those. And if you've watched my guide, obviously you know what I'm talking about when I say noob. And noob is a mass terrorist pretty much, but I call them noobs because that's a more suited name for them. But yeah, so now once the 12 are done, you and your partner each are going to separate and just fight your region solo, 1 versus 1. Now here, I do have an ninpo, and my partner didn't have one because obviously I was the one doing the killing. Now if you're not confident with your skill or whatever on fighting and you have low health like me, if not worse, and I'm pretty surprised of how well I actually did, but I mean, when you've played it enough, you know how the game functions, you know how the boss functions. Yeah, you shouldn't be too bad. I mean, you shouldn't really have a problem. I mean, my only death here on the region, I actually died. I'll die later, but my only death is because the control doesn't respond and I get grabbed. But other than that, I mean, I pretty much beat him flawlessly, or with a little damage, I believe. But anyway, the combo here to do is make sure you have him follow you. And I'm gonna actually do something risky in a little bit. Have him follow you and then do running triangle, and then hit square when you're in the air and then throw your shurikens. The first triangle is not meant to hit him. The first triangle is to go back away from him, like that, and then launch him and then hit square to hit him in the air and then shurikens. I do shurikens mainly because I've done it without shurikens, and if you do it without shurikens, you can fall down and he can grab you. There's times where he drops from that and he grabs you. Now here's something risky. I wouldn't advise this unless you know how to deal with this guy pretty well. And I'm a risk taker, so that's pretty much what I do. But when he does the fireball, if you do want to do exactly what I did there, what I do is I dodge and then I do the combo, the running triangle, square, and then I do the combo. Be aware, I mean, the shurikens do minimal damage, but it's still damage, so be careful. Now, we'll be doing my juggle, and most of you probably already know of it. It's juggling the region, and you get an ninpo out of it, but I already have an ninpo, so it's mainly just for points and juggling, that's it. Now, one other thing to notice is if you don't hit square in the air, you will not be able to throw shurikens. That was pretty risky. I'm surprised I managed to launch him. But for some odd reason, in this map, Ultimate 2, if you're not like in a corner like how I am here, he'll throw a shuriken at the other region for no reason. But yeah, I mean, I try to save my ninpo for like towards later on. And try to line it up so you hit both. I don't think I hit this guy, but I hit my friend's regent, my partner's regent, so that's good. At least one of them is hit, that's good. Be careful of that attack, because he can do up to 3 dashes. I usually jump shuriken. Shuriken and then hit triangle, but no, I think here's where I'm gonna get grabbed. Now we've been through this mission, me and my partner. Now that was actually bullshit right there because I dodged. When you dodge after an attack, like from a downward strike, like how I did, you're supposed to be invincible, but for some odd reason the game glitched up. And that's how it was. Now here I have no health, so anything will kill me, even a shuriken if I throw it at him. And I got lucky, I got the one that's pretty much dead. So, one other thing is, don't try to be the hero, just play at your own level. If you don't want to do anything risky, don't do it. If you have low health, use your brain and back off, let your partner do the work. Like here, I mean, I could very well take that region, but why risk it when my partners pretty much have more health than me? So, but yeah, I mean, just keep at it, and that should pretty much do it for you guys. If you have any other questions, please let me know. And this is Cage, and good luck with the mission. Take care, guys.